Hello you guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, it is ACL weekend 1 week and I'm so excited to be attending ACL again. This will be my 4th time attending the festival, and so in today's video, I am just doing some quick know before you go tips as well as what sets I will be at this weekend. For those that don't know me, my name is Aid. I'm a music festival content creator, and it is one of my favorite times of the year to be in Austin, Texas, and that is ACL weekend. Like I said, I will be going for the 4th time this weekend, and I will only be attending weekend 1. And so in today's video, I'm just going to be covering some know before you go tips, whether you're attending weekend 1 or weekend 2, as well as what sets you can find me at this weekend for weekend 1. If you do like today's video, feel free to give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button to vibe with me. I will also be vlogging every day of the festival, so if you want to see what this festival was like from my perspective and point of view, definitely hit that subscribe button so you can see all the action of how my ACL experience went. Without further ado, let's get into the video. So kicking it off with some know before you go tips, there is a health policy in effect for this festival since it is happening during a pandemic. Make sure you have a printed copy of either your vaccine card or your negative test results, and those negative test results need to have happened within 72 hours of the festival. As you're watching this video, you are within that window, so just make sure you have a printed copy of that and make sure that you hold on to it, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, just in case they check all 3 days of the festival. Same thing with your vaccine card. I will be bringing a photocopy of my vaccine card just because I don't want to bring the actual copy with me. Hopefully that will suffice, but it just sounded like you'd need a printed version of it. So I'm just going to be bringing a photocopy of it just because I don't want to lose my vaccine card. And I will also have a photo of it on my phone just in case. Another thing to know about is the bag policy. So this year they did start installing a clear bag policy, which is new to ACL. I imagine that's because of COVID. They won't be able to check as thoroughly into bags as they normally would. However, if you have a fanny pack, a small wristlet, or a hydration pack, that does not have to be clear. If it doesn't fall into that category, then it needs to be clear. So any small purses or anything like that will need to be clear. Any small backpacks will need to be clear unless it's a hydration pack. I'll be bringing a hydration pack or a small fanny pack. That is how I'm navigating that bag policy. Getting to and from the venue, there is no close parking, and if there is close parking, you might risk getting your car towed. So rideshare is definitely going to be the move. However, it's going to be crazy with so many people trying to all order rides at the same time. So I always recommend getting to the venue early and leaving the venue early to avoid the crowds and surge pricing. You can also reserve Ubers and Lyfts ahead of time, so I definitely recommend that. If you also wanted to leave the festival early, you can also walk just a little bit further away from the venue and then call your Uber or your Lyft. I also recommend going in and out of the Lady Bird entrance. That seems to be the easiest in terms of traffic because a lot of people tend to go to the south entrances. So that one is northwest of the venue. ACL also posted their map of the venue, so I definitely recommend taking a look at that just so you become familiar with the water stations, the bathrooms, food, drink, everything like that, as well as merch and some other fun activations throughout the venue. ACL always does a really good job with their venue and their layout of everything. So definitely just take a look and see what stages you're going to be at most of the weekend, as well as, some nearby bathrooms and waters. Keep the map on your phone just so you stay familiar with it. You could also get to the venue early on that Friday just so you can get a lay of the land of where everything is and actually how far things are. From Honda stage to Lady Bird stage, it's maybe a 10 to 15 minute walk depending on the crowds, but it's really not that far in comparison to some of the other festivals I've been to. But I always recommend wearing comfy shoes because it can be a lot of walking depending on what you're looking for. The final thing we got to talk about is the weather. I really hope I'm not putting my foot in my mouth while talking about this, but everyone, let's just pray that the Texas weather is just bipolar and it's going to clear up this weekend and it's going to be fine because it's not looking great. It's not looking great. We got 80% chance of thunderstorms on that Friday, 70% on that Saturday. Sunday, 40%. Texas weather is bipolar, so we're just going to keep an eye on this. But if you're coming from out of town, what this weather tells me is that you definitely need to bring comfy shoes, but also shoes you don't care about, because if it's going to be raining, then the grounds are going to get wet. They're going to get muddy. So definitely wear shoes you don't care about. Pack a poncho, pack a light jacket. It's going to be really cool at night, which will be kind of nice. It's probably going to be a little bit more humid during the day. So we'll just keep an eye on this forecast, but pack a rain poncho just in case. The only thing that concerns me is if there is any strike of lightning that they do need to evacuate. So hopefully these storms are in the morning so we don't have to worry about it. But we will definitely play it by ear and see. So everyone keep your fingers crossed that we're going to have a good festival weekend and it won't get canceled or anything like that. Hopefully. Some final questions that I got asked on my Instagram. Someone asked about the weather. She said, will it be cool or will it be summer, midday, and cool nights? I think it's going to be a little humid during the day, but it'll cool off at nighttime. So it'll be really nice. If you happen to get cold with 70-degree weather, then maybe pack a light jacket or a pashmina scarf or something like that. Just to kind of have something light to wrap yourself around if you do happen to get cold, but I feel like it's going to be pretty nice at night. Another person asked what to wear to the festival. So I think I have a video of this on my channel. If not, I really go for like comfy, cute, casual for ACL. You really could get away with a lot. So just wear things that, you know, you can move around in, you can sweat in, you can dance in. Like I said, just wear comfortable shoes and shoes that you don't mind getting dirty. Another girl asked if I know a good place to get hair braided in Austin, like simple 2 braids. My girl is the Beauty Mark here in Austin. She's usually booked up ahead of time, so you probably won't be able to get in with her during this week. However, for future notice, if you ever need a hair braider, she's amazing. I used her for a Seismic Dance event and loved her. This other girl said, I'm trying to see Billie close up. Tips. Facts. I'm here for that. With any artist that you want to see up close and personal, you know, there is no like barrier between you getting up close. There is VIP sections at some of the stages. However, you can get up close and personal if you are in GA. So what I usually recommend is if it's a bigger artist like Billie Eilish, you might want to be there 30 minutes to an hour beforehand, which there usually isn't any music playing at that stage before Billie. So I would just recommend camping out there if you would like to. If you want to be there for Doja Cat, then maybe just hang out in that area. If you have a set that you really want to see and you're going to be running over to Billie, then maybe just have a fan or something and just be prepared to say excuse me and be polite to navigate through that crowd. You could also do certain things like go in from the left side to try and get in that way. You know, that you could be a little bit more tactical, but I just recommend getting there early and camping out there. And hopefully you would be able to see her or any other artist that you're interested in seeing up close and personal. The final question I got to my Instagram is best things to do at the festival other than listen to music. So I have to say, definitely check out the activations and things that they have going on. There's always fun little things that they have and free stuff that you can get and stuff like that. The beer hall and the wine tent, I think, is pretty fun to check out, especially at ACL. They have like a wide variety of wines and beers and stuff. They're 2 separate things. So there's the beer hall up by Miller Lite stage, and then there's the wine tent, which is closer to the main stages. Those are also really great. The merch is also awesome. So if you want to go check that out, they might have you wear a mask in that area. I forgot to mention that, but just bring a mask just in case because they might make you wear it in that area because it's usually covered. We'll see how that turns out. And then the food. The food is always amazing. I love ACL's food. It is always the best, and it's just like very iconic to the Austin staples in our city. And so definitely enjoy the food as much as you can. I'm so excited to grub. Empanadas are my favorite. Taco Deli is really good. Cilantro is really good. Amy's ice cream is really good. You can't go wrong with anything. So I'm super excited for everyone to try the food. Also, there is a silent disco that typically happens under the Tito stage. If you don't care to see any of the headliners, that could always be fun to check out. I've never done it because I always want to see the headliners, so really just depends. But that's another fun thing. That is music, but it's like a different kind of environment, I feel like. Alrighty, now for the sets that I will be at. So I'm going to admit I didn't do my homework as much this time around of like checking out artists. We're really going to be going with the vibes and where they take us this time around, except for a couple artists that I really want to see. So if there's anyone that I do not mention, be nice and let me know if I should see them. Like I said, we're going with the vibe. So on Friday, I know we want to get there before 3:15 because my boyfriend wants to see Emotional Oranges. Never heard of them, need to check them out, but my boyfriend really wants to see them. So they will be happening at 3:15. Right after that is Machine Gun Kelly at Honda Stage from 4 to 5. So I would like to see that just because I'm curious what all the hype is about. You know what I mean? So I'm interested in seeing Machine Gun Kelly. After that, I would really want to check out Phineas. He is Billie Eilish's brother. So I'm really curious what an actual set of his is like. I think he's such an incredible artist, vocalist, producer. So like I just admire him. So I would want to go see him. After that, we're going to see Megan Thee Stallion. It's no ifs, ands, or buts. She's playing from 6 to 7 at the Honda Stage. She was supposed to play in 2019, so it's really great that she's coming back and making it up for us because she wasn't able to play in 2019. And she's going to be at an even bigger stage this time around. So it'll be really cool to see her finally. After that, I mean, I could go see Chet Faker. I don't have any feelings about the other two artists. Could be a time to go get food as well. So we'll see about that and how we feel about that. And then ending the night, I will be at Miley Cyrus, which I know I might get hate for not seeing George Strait. However, I didn't grow up on George Strait, had no idea who he was. My boyfriend will be at George Strait, but I will be at Miley Cyrus. And then I'll probably catch a little bit of George Strait with my boyfriend just to, like, you know, be there with him for that. So that is what Friday looks like. Let me know who you guys are most excited to see. Then for Saturday, I'm gonna be honest here. I don't recognize a lot of these names. Really don't recognize a lot of these names. Arizona Servas sounds familiar. Missio sounds familiar, but that's not till 5:20. So if you have any recommendations, I'll go anywhere. Like, my boyfriend and I are ready to just explore. We'll go anywhere we need to go. So let me know who I should see, because otherwise I don't know where to go until Doja Cat at 6:20 at Lady Bird. I will 100% be at Doja Cat. Super excited about that. Then this conflict, Jack Harlow, Dayglow, and Alice in Wonderland, really was rough. However, I will be at Alice in Wonderland. It's my first Alice in Wonderland set since the pandemic, you know, happened and everything. I haven't seen her in a hot minute, so I'm really curious to see what her sets are like. So that'll be from 7:20 to 8:20. I also saw her at ACL back in 2017, so I think it's really great that she's back and getting to see her at a bigger stage. So I think that'll be really cool. And then they really did it to us with this one. Rufus Du Sol versus Billie Eilish to close out the night. Like, I don't know why they did this, because I feel like Rufus and Billie have very overlapping kind of fans. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of people that love Rufus Du Sol most likely also like Billie Eilish. So it's just, why do you got to do that to me? You know what I mean? Why do you got to do that? We're going to go to Rufus Du Sol. We're going to start there, then end up Billie Eilish. I wish I could see the full Billie Eilish set. However, Rufus Du Sol was one of the last artists I saw before the pandemic. They've always had a special place in my heart. I saw Rufus Du Sol at ACL 2017. Now they're going to be at one of the biggest stages. So it's just, it's going to happen. It has to happen that way. That's just the way the cookie crumbles. It's fine. It'll be fine. And then ending our ACL weekend. So looking at Sunday. Again, don't know too many of the people, but we have Tate McRae at 2:30 to 3:30 at Lady Bird stage. I found her through TikTok, so I'm really excited to see a full set of hers. I love her music. I love her voice. Really excited about that. Then we have Cautious Clay at 3:30, which I have never seen him before. I've honestly been wanting to see him since Electric Forest, but I never got to see him at Electric Forest. Really good vocalist, love his music. And then this was another conflict of like Chris Lake at 5:30, Channel Trace at 5:30, and Mark Rebellia at 5:30. So we're going to be at Chris Lake. Like, it's my first Chris Lake set since the pandemic. You know, he was one of the last artists to see before the pandemic started. He's my number one, honestly, when it comes to house music. So, like, I'm just ready for it. Also, my boyfriend Chase has never seen Chris Lake, so he is going to be in for it. I'm so excited. And then we go from Chris Lake to Lane 8. Lane 8 is going to be at 6:30 to 7:30 at Tito's stage. I love Lane 8 so much. My boyfriend and I love Lane 8 so much, so we will be there. My boyfriend and I haven't seen Lane 8 together, so we're really excited to see him together because he's one of our favorite artists too. So that'll be so fun. I'm so excited about that. I get two of my favorite artists in one day, Chris Lake and Lane 8. Like, it's just going to be a great day. Then wrapping us up here, we might go see Tierra Whack or St. Vincent. I could go either way. And then I will be ending my ACL experience at Tyler, the Creator from 8:30 to 10 o'clock. I was a huge Tyler, the Creator fan in high school, believe it or not. Haven't really kept up with him since then, but I feel like that's just an act to see. Like, that's an artist that I would never get a chance to see. I was supposed to see him at Buku 2020 before it got canceled, and I was really excited to see him then. So very excited to see him close out ACL at the main stage, and that will be our ACL experience. So let me know if there's any artists that I missed that I should definitely check out, or let me know what artists you're most excited to see. If you still have any questions, definitely let me know. I will not be doing a meetup at ACL, but if you see me, definitely say hi. I hope you guys have an amazing ACL experience. If you did like today's video, feel free to give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button to vibe with me, and stay tuned for the ACL vlogs that are coming. I love you guys, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.